Well, this year marks the 100th anniversary of the Ford Motor Company.
And for nearly as long as Ford has made cars, its cars have been in the movies. And to show us some of the cars the movies have made famous, Greg Grams joins us live from his Volo Auto Museum. Good morning, Greg. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Tamron.
You know, I have to ask you off the top, we were just talking about the passing of Bob Hope at age 100, and you actually had an opportunity to either know Mr. Hope or deal with him with the cars?
Yes, I did. Bob Hope, actually, I picked him up in a 1932 Cadillac, and I brought him out here to the museum.
Wow.
He's one of the nicest stars, one of the nicest people I ever met in my life. It was a real honor meeting the man. And he loved the museum and all the old cars.
Yeah, he touched so many lives, and obviously a love for the cars like all of us. And what a collection you have there. I mean, everything right down to the Batmobile, which we're looking at right now. Now, this is one of the originals?
This is one of the 9. Yeah, they made 9 for the movie. And a little story on this with George Barris. You know, he had 7 days to create this car. They came to him and said, we needed a car, and we're behind schedule, and this is what he designed. This is why the man is so famous, why he's so good. That's why they call him the best.
Greg, I just saw a documentary on George and the many cars, including the Batmobile that he made, and just the hard work and the creativity that goes into these cars. Now, some of these gadgets on the car actually worked.
Well, of course, it was all
obviously
for
not
movies.
the flame-throwing bat rocket.
He had 9 cars that, you know, and they were all built for different things. You know, there was one that actually was clocked at 121 miles an hour.
Wow.
And it actually had parachutes that were functional. But the rocket launchers in the back there, and that, of course, they were not functional. They would just have some kind of a smoke coming out the back of the pipe.
I'll just give you the effect. We're looking at a clip from the show right now. And you're also looking right now at the Mazda Rx-7, right? The one in Fast and the Furious right next to you, the red one?
Oh, this is the car that Vin Diesel drove in the movie The Fast and the Furious. Actually, there was 4 of these built for the movie. I bought this right from George Barris in California himself.
When you buy them after they're used in the movie is what I was asking you. Do you have to repair them, or are they in pretty good condition after they come from the set?
Well, this one here, believe it or not, it's the only existing one from the movie Fast and Furious that Vin Diesel drove. Actually, his daughter was driving this on the streets of California.
Oh,
it was a 600-horse street rocket.
Holy,
wow.
600 horsepower. My
600
goodness.
horse with nitrous oxide.
Well, that sounds like it could get up to pretty fast speeds. Now, let's take a look at the Bullet car, the famous Steve McQueen Bullet car. Where is that bad boy? I know it's in there somewhere.
This was inspired by the movie with Steve McQueen, Bullet.
Right. It's a Mustang also, right?
They originally used a 68 Mustang. Yeah, this is the 2001. They made about 6,500 of these cars. It's got, I heard the exhaust on here. It really sounds good. It's got special wheels, special suspension on it, and it was inspired from the movie Bullet.
What does something like that cost you?
The price on that one there was about, I believe it was around $4,500.
Oh, really?
$4,500?
Yeah, that's kind of an important thing, because
Excuse me,
$45,000. I was like, $4,500.
We'll take it. And finally, that's the T-Bird from the
Die Another Day, the Bond movie.
Die Another Day.
All these cars are available to purchase. Is that correct?
Well, the T-Bird that we have here, we had on display here in the museum the last couple of weeks, and it was the biggest hit in the museum. I couldn't believe it. Most people don't care for the new cars in the museum. And this was one of the biggest hits we've ever had.
Wow.
The women just love the color of it.
It's a beautiful car.
Greg, is it true these are for sale?
Yeah, you can, this car here, it's in the mid to upper 40s. If you look around, you could still find one at the Ford dealerships if you look hard enough. They only built 700 of them.
All right. Well, thank you, Greg Grams, director of the Volo Auto Museum in Volo, Illinois. Thank you very much. If you want to get by there, that's the address. Nice family trip that you can take to enjoy some classic cars out there.